My name is Mrs. Apley, and I normally teach chemistry. This year for the J term, we're doing Harry Potter. It's Herbology and potions, and I'm mostly doing the potions portion. I'm teaching kids to use some of the equipment they won't necessarily always get to use, working on some measurements and the steps and procedures, and a little experimentation too, so making modifications and trying to challenge them with our house points. Groups can win points for having the best of whatever.
I am Michaela Just, and I normally teach 9th grade Earth Science and 9th grade Chem 1, and I also taught astronomy this last semester. So as far as J-term classes go, I think people who selected this course have either had some sort of experience with Harry Potter or really like science. So we have a good mix of both of those things, I would say, equally. And yeah, so we tried to attract as many people as we can that way to mix two different groups of people, and it ended up working out pretty well for us. I'm specifically dealing with the herbology part. So some of the things that we get to do are plant anatomy, so like dissecting flowers and beans. We get to make terrariums, which I think is really fun, and it turned out really well, and everybody gets to take them home, and we actually planted seeds in them. And then some of the other stuff we do is like neurology, skin, and all that good stuff. It's really fun.
It deals with a lot of sci-fi stuff, and I've seen one Harry Potter movie, but I really like the class and the experiments and stuff we do. We're doing like smells and scents and stuff, along with, we made root beer the other day. It's hands-on and it's really fun, and if you like sci-fi.
I am learning a lot, mostly about biology and stuff like that, but I feel like a lot of the time we're doing more so of activities. And there's just a different balance, not necessarily better or worse, much more hands-on. So we've been building and creating things or destroying things with our hands more than we've been staring at a whiteboard.
Mostly, it's a Harry Potter class, and I didn't know a lot about Harry Potter because like I've always loved like fantasy and stuff, like D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, for example, is one of those, because it's like your dungeon master, which is just like another player, makes up a story and you play through the story and there's different outcomes and stuff, which I think is very interesting. And then mostly it's because when I asked Mrs. Apley about the J-term, like what are we gonna do? She said we're gonna play like the actual Quidditch game, which is what they play in the movies and stuff, which is really fun. It's more of like, this J-term now is about Harry Potter, which is made up, like it's for fun. But there's also like things you learn in here, like you learn more about plants in this class, you learn more about like what salt makes things freeze faster and like how to hide certain things using invisible ink and stuff, including even like fingerprints and stuff. Then ones I've taken past, like sci-fi, for example, again, like it's literally just about like how would you fare in a post-apocalyptic world. An example that would be nuclear fallout, because that's like a real thing that could happen. It's more hands-on because you're doing more work, because Apley and Miss Just tell you what to do, and then you and your house, aka your group pretty much, have to do it yourself, and if you mess up, like they'll help you get back on track. Like my team, like we messed up making root beer and it was pretty bad. But yeah, I'd probably recommend it because it is fun. Quidditch is very fun. You literally have a PVC pipe between your legs and you run up and down the gym like an idiot. But it's really fun. It's super entertaining. I feel like it's literally basketball and like rugby mixed into one thing. And that's pretty much what Quidditch is, and it's really fun.
It was actually kind of hard. I've done this sci-fi J-term for a few years, and I always had this idea in the back of my mind. But potions itself is not much of a class since it's magic. So when Miss Just got hired, we talked back and forth through some ideas, and one of the ones that came up that we had both an interest in was the Harry Potter. And so we kind of worked through how to make that a class. We had 5 big activities we're doing. The first one I did was root beer. We're talking about fermentation process and how to carbonate root beer. And so we made some root beer from scratch. On the second day we did fireworks and looked at combustion reactions and how the colors are formed and the importance of metals in fireworks. Third day was bath bombs, and just the process of mixing and getting the acid-base reactions. Ice cream in a bag, talking about phase changes, colligative properties, and stuff with solutions. Fifth day we're going to do stuff with poisons. So talk about what is the difference between different types of poisons, and then learn how they affect our bodies. I love J-term. I think it's one of the best things this school has. The chance to work with another teacher very closely is super important, and not something I often get to do. And then having the kids all day, I actually get to know them very well, and we get to be more creative. And it's also easier to do some things like fireworks I would never do in chemistry. It's just too dangerous. But in these situations when I have smaller groups of kids and less smoke throughout the day, it makes it a little easier to handle and do stuff I don't normally get to.